Her eyes betrayed her first, not with some loud, guilty wail, but with a sneaky little flicker. We were at the fancy restaurant she'd picked, the one she swore was special because it's where she first felt true love. I assumed she meant me. Big mistake. My second dumb move was inviting my so-called best friend Oliver. Third, thinking this birthday dinner was actually about celebrating me. Her gaze darted to her phone, then back to my face, and she flashed a smile so fake it could have been slapped on a mannequin. We sat at a candlelit table, the air thick with her perfume and something sour I couldn't name yet. She leaned over, her lips brushing my cheek in a kiss that felt like a cold rehearsed act, like she was auditioning for a role she no longer wanted. I didn't feel warmth, just the chill of her skin, a performance for the crowd. Then Emma, her oldest friend, stood up, glass raised high, toasting to maturity, to love that evolves, and to men who get modern women. The table erupted in laughter, sharp and circling like a pack of hyenas. Their smiles glinted like knives, and I wasn't sipping wine. I was watching, counting, listening. 3 weeks earlier, I'd stumbled on a photo. Not some scandalous in-your-face kind, but damning all the same. It showed her in our kitchen, wearing his shirt, the one Oliver always wore. His reflection smirked back from the microwave door, like he owned the place. They thought I was too clueless to notice, too wrapped up in my devotion to see their little game. They figured they could giggle over their Prosecco while I played the fool. They were dead wrong. I nodded once, a signal. The waiters, who weren't just waiters, moved like clockwork. My wife's wine glass shook in her hand, her smug grin fading fast. That photo. It was tucked away in a hidden album on her cloud, not because I was snooping, but because her phone ran out of space while I was syncing our devices. That's how the truth sneaks out. Messy, accidental, like a stain you can't scrub off. At first, I tried to explain it away. Maybe that shirt was just an old one she liked. Maybe she was alone. But then I saw the timestamp, fresh as a wound, and dug deeper. Messages buried in folders labeled yoga and groceries told a different story. Can't believe he's still clueless. He's so devoted it's kinda pathetic. Let's just get through his birthday, then we'll break it to him. Oliver. My best friend. The guy who sobbed through his toast at our wedding, swearing I deserved every good thing life could offer. Apparently, that included him stealing my wife. When I suggested this restaurant for my birthday, she jumped on it, gushing about its sentimental weight. I didn't know she meant their 1-year anniversary, or that her whole friend group was in on it, weaving alibis and lies like a twisted quilt. At that dinner, I wasn't surrounded by loved ones. I was the butt of their private joke, sitting center stage in a play I didn't write. I didn't lose it. Didn't yell or flip the table. I collected evidence, week by week, pulling threads until their web unraveled. Text logs, screen recordings, GPS history, a couple of USB drives, even a hidden camera in our living room. I watched Oliver hold her, kiss her neck, laugh in my house, sprawl on my couch, and sip my whiskey like he owned it. Worse, I saw how she looked at him. Eyes soft, alive, in a way she never looked at me. The betrayal didn't gut me as much as their ease, their comfort, like cheating was just another Tuesday. She didn't just stray, she gave him her soul. I stopped sleeping, stopped eating, started scheming. Oliver was a lawyer, private practice, with a taste for the high life. 2 months ago, I hired his firm anonymously, feeding him fake contracts for a ghost client. I let him sign false affidavits, watched him slip up, and now he's staring down the barrel of professional misconduct. My wife. She'd been served divorce papers, but I held off delivering them. I wanted her to feel safe, smug, surrounded by her enablers before I dropped the hammer. At the dinner, the first waiter slid an envelope beside her plate, silent as a shadow. The second handed Oliver a manila folder. The third passed Emma a flash drive. Emma's mouth opened, ready to protest, but she froze. My wife's eyes locked on the papers, recognition hitting like a slap, then fear, then a furious, trapped rage. Oliver's lips moved, reading and rereading his ruin. Emma went ghost white. The laughter was gone, replaced by a silence so thick it choked the room. "Don't do this," my wife whispered, her voice cracking like thin ice. I was already standing, calm as a frozen lake. I didn't need to shout or accuse. I leaned in close, letting her smell the truth on my breath. "I've known for months," I said, my voice steady. Her hands shook like leaves in a storm. The others avoided my gaze. Cowards, all of them. "You weren't just unfaithful," I told her, low and cutting. "You were sloppy. You were predictable." I turned to Oliver. "Good luck with the disbarment, pal." To Emma, "Might want to warn your boss about those leaked messages. Employers don't love accomplices." To my wife, I gave nothing. Not anger, not tears, just a silence that sliced deeper than any words could. She chased me outside, her heels clicking on the rain-slicked sidewalk like a panicked metronome. "You set this up," she spat, her voice shrill with accusation. I didn't answer, just kept walking. "What, you think this makes you some big-shot Avenger? You think you're powerful now?" I stopped, turning to face her. Her mascara streaked down her cheeks, her wet lashes blinking furiously. "I think it makes me free," I said, my voice cold and clear. "I was gonna tell you," she stammered, desperate. "No," I cut her off. "You were gonna manage me." Her breath hitched, like she'd been punched. "I was your placeholder," I said, stepping closer. "Your backup plan with a paycheck." Her lips parted, searching for a lie. "That's not true." "Then why'd you all toast to it?" I asked, my words pinning her in place. She had nothing, so I turned and walked away. This time, she didn't follow. I didn't go home. That house was haunted by too many ghosts. Her laughter, his smirk, their lies. I checked into a hotel, ordered room service, and stared out windows that didn't reflect my past. I waited for grief, for sadness to crash over me, but it never came. Grief needs something sacred to mourn, and I'd lost nothing holy. Just illusions, brittle and cheap. They didn't break me. They sharpened me, stripped away the fool I'd been, and left someone colder, clearer, stronger. As I close this chapter, I carry one truth. I'm not the man they thought I was. I'm the man they'll never forget.